A parallelogram, it is a quadrilateral having both the pairs of opposite sides parallel to each other. Now, in the first theorem, we will prove that the opposite sides and the opposite angles of a parallelogram are congruent. Both the opposite sides and opposite angles have to be congruent. Now, you see here, we have a parallelogram named ABCD. Okay, so given quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. Now, what have they said? That opposite sides and opposite angles of a parallelogram are congruent. We have to prove that they are congruent. Since quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram, we said that in a parallelogram, the opposite sides are parallel to each other. So, side AB will be parallel to side DC. So, we will write here side AB parallel to side DC and side AD parallel to side BC. Side AD parallel to side BC. Okay, so now we have to prove. What have we to prove? The opposite sides and the opposite angles are congruent. Now let us see which are the opposite sides. The opposite sides are segment AB and segment DC. So we'll write here to prove segment AB is congruent to segment DC. That is one pair of opposite sides. The other pair, segment AD, is congruent to segment BC. So we write here segment AD is congruent to segment BC. Also we have to prove that the opposite angles are congruent. Which are the opposite angles? So you see that angle D and angle B are opposite to each other. So let us name it with 3 alphabets. Angle ADC. So we write here angle ADC congruent to angle ABC. ABC. And the other pair of opposite angles are angle C and angle A. So naming angle C, angle DCB is congruent to angle DAB. Okay, now we also have one construction here. The construction is to draw this diagonal. So we draw diagonal AC. So writing here, draw diagonal AC. Now we prove. Now in the proof, first we say that we know that here segment DC parallel to segment AB and diagonal AC is the transversal. Now, if there is a pair of parallel lines and there is a transversal, we have 2 pairs of alternate angles which are formed. Now, which are the pair of alternate angles? You see here I have marked with the round here. It will be angle DCA and angle CAB. So, we write here angle DCA congruent to angle CAB. Also we have one more pair of alternate angles marked with a cross. Which are they? Angle DAC and angle BCA. So we write here angle DAC congruent to angle BCA. Now what is the reason here? We said that they form a pair of alternate angles. So I write here alternate angles. Okay, now we consider the two triangles which are formed because of this diagonal. Which are the two triangles? Triangle ADC. Now when we are naming this C, A is here present here next to this cross. Then you have D and C is present next to the 0. So triangle ADC. So starting with the cross. So now when I am naming this triangle, I will start with C, which is next to the cross. In triangle ADC and triangle CBA. So you see what I have written here? In triangle ADC and triangle CBA. Okay. Already we have written these two pairs of alternate angles. Let me write it again here. Angle DCA is congruent to angle CAB. And the second pair, angle DAC, is congruent to angle BCA. What was the reason? Because they are alternate angles. So I can write here alternate angles. The same reason is for this. So I write here alternate angles. Okay, we also see that a segment is congruent or one side is congruent. Now which side can be congruent? Only the side which is common to both the triangles, and it is this side, segment AC, which is common to triangle ADC and also triangle CBA. So what we write there? Segment AC congruent to segment AC. What is the reason? Because it is the common side. So we write here segment AC congruent to segment AC. Reason is common side. Now we are seeing here, what did we say? One pair of angles are congruent, another pair of angles are congruent, and this side is congruent. That means side, here this is the angle what we marked. So angle, side and one angle. So the two triangles will be congruent by the ASA test. So we can say now here, therefore triangle, which triangle? ADC is congruent to triangle CBA by the ASA test. Now once we say that these two triangles are congruent, we can see which are the corresponding sides which are congruent to each other. You see here in this parallelogram, when we look at the sides, if I name here side AB, if I name side AB, then the corresponding side is side DC. Okay, if I name AB, either we say side CD or side DC, it is the same. Okay, so side AB congruent to side DC. So I will write here, therefore side AB is congruent to side DC. What is the next pair of sides which are congruent to each other? You see here we have side AD congruent to side BC. So I write here side AD is congruent to side BC. Now, how are these two pairs of sides congruent to each other? Because the two triangles were congruent, and now by corresponding sides of congruent triangle CSCT, we can say that these two pairs of sides are congruent. Now also we have to talk about the angle. So which angle do we talk about? We have to prove the opposite angles are congruent. So angle ADC is congruent to angle ABC therefore. So we write now also angle ADC is congruent to angle ABC. So we write here is congruent to angle ABC. Now how is it congruent? Is it by CSCT? CSCT is corresponding sides of congruent triangle. This is corresponding angle. So it will be CACT. So we write here CACT. So now let us look at what we had to prove. We proved that segment AB congruent to segment DC. We also proved that segment AD congruent to segment BC. Also we proved that angle ADC is congruent to angle ABC. So similarly we can prove this last pair of angles are congruent. What is this pair of angles? Angle DCB and angle DAP. So we'll write similarly we can prove angle DCB is congruent to angle DAP.